Slamdown is sponsored by WWE Smack Talks, Zombie Generation, and Impact Fan Nation. Welcome to Slamdown Livestream. Today we're going to be covering everything of Great Balls of Fire. Now, I'm still not sold on the name. Now, I know it's built as a really good card, so I'm not going to deny how good the card is, but the name, to me, just, it sounds awful. Let's be frank here, it's probably one of the worst named pay-per-views we've had. You know, I'd have been happy with something like Bad Blood, Armageddon, you know, there's a whole host of names they could have used, but Great Balls of Fire, okay, doesn't even sound wrestling themed. You know, to me, Great Balls of Fire sounds like an ECW pay-per-view, because it sounds like it's got that hardcore element to it, but with the PG standard at the moment, I don't feel it fits. I think it is the wrong name. But like I said, that's just my personal opinion on it and how I feel about it. I just think the name choice could have been better. Yeah, that's all I can really say on that. But the card itself, I'm not going to say is amazing, but it's not bad either. I'd say it's a good card. You know, we've had quite bad WWE pay-per-views at the moment. You know, very lackluster, very poorly put together. But this looks better. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about is the Cruiserweights. As everybody knows, Austin Aries has left the Cruiserweight division and completely left the WWE title, which I can understand. I can understand his point. You know, the division is very vanilla. It is very plain. But then I don't blame the wrestlers. I don't blame them at all. I blame the writers and the way they're used. Because if you look at... I keep comparing. But if you look at Impact Wrestling's X Division at the minute, it's spot on. And, you know, more than likely we're going to see Austin Aries return to Impact Wrestling because he's not really on great terms with Ring of Honor, so it is more of a possible that at Destination X, because I think that hits within his 30-day clause, so I think he's be able to make that pay-per-view. That's where I think he's going, to be frank. But the Cruiserweight division is vanilla. It is bland. It is boring. When I'm watching Raw, I fast forward most of the Cruiserweight matches. You know, the Cruiserweights need more behind them. They need better angles, better storyline. At the minute, it just feels like they're just there to fill time. It just feels like they're just a play toy. They don't feel like a serious division. That's what I get from it. You know, you look at people like TJP, who was amazing when he played the character Manic in Impact. You know, he is an amazing in-ring performer. So when I found out that, you know, he's left, he's joined the WWE, I was actually, do you know, I was putting myself, all right, you know, I'm going to look forward to this. And starting off with the Cruiserweights, I did. You know, the Cruiserweights Classics was good. So I thought, okay, the Cruiserweight division is going to be brilliant. And it just fell flat. It really is. You know, Austin Aries is fantastic on the mic, fantastic in the ring, and having him keep losing to Neville was a wrong move. Yes, Neville's great. I'm not disrespecting Neville, but when you have someone like Austin Aries, you know, who's got a great reputation, brilliant in ring, brilliant on the mic, you know, if you look at where he's been previously, he's always become top dog and always worked hard up the ranks, you know, and I feel like the way he was used, no, it was awful, you know. I don't say this a lot, but Austin Aries is a genius. You know, you look at the whole stunts and everything he did in Impact, you know, it's frustrating. You know, next thing we're going to see, and I'm actually just see one of the comments. Next thing you know, we'll see Impact do a TNA where TNA had Abyss in the X division. Next, we'll see the Big Show in the Cruiserweight division. But this is the way the stupid booking is. It's annoying as hell and frustrating. You know, it's the WWE had a brilliant chance of making something special with this Cruiserweight division. Really did. And then they just let it fall flat. And it's frustrating for us. You know, you look at something like NXT. Fantastic company. The way everything's done is smooth. And that's Triple H's baby. You know, Triple H worked hard on that to build that up. But I want to know who is working on the 205, because the 205 is even poor. It's like they don't know what to do with people and putting people in the wrong places, and that's how I feel the Cruiserweight division is. To be honest, the Cruiserweight division is a car wreck. And even when it's on Raw, I'm fast forwarding the Cruiserweight matches. I'll try and watch as much as I can, but then I'm like, no, I've had enough. Again, you know, when you think of previous Cruiserweights, when the WWE did it last time, when they did it on SmackDown, it was a better division. It was a better division. Everybody was used correctly, and now it's like, God's sake. And you can, I've said this before, you can just think about Vince McMahon goes, oh, and Austin Aries going, Austin Aries, you're in the Cruiserweight division. You're not big enough to be main man. I know that's a bad Vince impression, but that's how it feels what's going on. Where you've got to be a certain way, a certain look. You know, look at Finn Balor. He's used incorrectly at the minute. Shinsuke Nakamura's used incorrectly. The people that are, you know, getting the pushes to guys like Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, Jinder Mahal since he's beefed up. It seems like the WWE are still stuck with having the beefed up guys go for the main stuff. I will give you WCW did do a okay cruiserweight division. I'm not going to sit here and say WCW is the best, because WCW messed up a lot at the minute. Who does the best cruiserweight division? Sorry, Impact does. I've just noticed another question. Do I think Seth Rollins will turn heel? No. Don't think they need to. I think there's too many heels at the minute. I would like to see Roman Reigns go heel and not Seth Rollins. I think having Seth Rollins go heel would be a mistake. You've got the perfect opportunity with Roman Reigns making him heel, and then the fans booing him would make sense. Think about it. He's booed every single show. Flip him heel. He can cut a promo saying this is my yard and I don't care what the fans think. Have him cocky about it. Have him arrogant. I think that's the best way to go with Roman Reigns. You don't need to make Braun Strowman the good guy, but you don't need to make Braun Strowman a bad guy. Keep him neutral. Have Roman Reigns go heel. Keep Seth Rollins the good guy. For the moment. That is what I honestly believe would probably be the best way. But I've said this a lot, and I don't mean to criticise the WWE, but the product is poor. A lot of wrestlers are used incorrectly. Even legends have criticised it. Stone Cold has criticised it. Damn, the Big Show's still on their books, and he's criticised it. Now, I'm going to talk about this because I really didn't say enough of this in the WWE review show, that the whole rated R thing done by the Usos was wrong. What people have got to remember, her phone was hacked. We all have private lives. Some of us are into some weird stuff and some of us are into normal stuff, but you get what I mean. What we do behind our closed doors is our business. She's a victim. Her phone got hacked. She's a victim. Now, what I want some of these guys to realise is, imagine their wife, their girlfriend. If something got leaked of theirs, how would they feel? Because I don't do that kind of thing. But if there was and it got leaked, I'd be pissed. I'd be going absolutely mental. So, just because someone's famous, does it somehow make it right for if it happens to a famous person? No. It's wrong. Don't really think the WWE should have allowed the Usos to make that remark. I don't know if the Usos have done it and they're getting punished for it because the WWE have taken it off, but there was no need for that remark. I think it was a really bad move on the Usos' parts. It just makes me think, if people like the Usos are doing things like that, then what's it going to be like when she comes back to that company? Because she's still signed under the WWE. But let's get back to Great Balls of Fire. We're sort of getting sidetracked about Paige and all that kind of stuff. Well, right. So her cloud, her cloud was hacked. Right. But anybody's cloud can be hacked. It's... Nowadays, there's so much technology and people are not aware of the risks. That's the point. I do believe she'll be back in the WWE. Because if you notice, when Alberto Reliti does those videos, she's telling him off. She's telling him, stop that. I still work there. Stop it. She's telling him off for it. So, I still believe she'll be in the WWE. From what she says, it sounds like she doesn't want to leave the WWE. But we'll wait and see. But I think it was a bad move, that comment being aired. That's just my opinion on it. But let's move away from the whole page and everything. I've just seen one question. I don't think there'll be any new wrestlers at Great Balls of Fire. I think they've already got a chocked roster, so I don't think they would want to add to it because we've got so many guys jobbing. We possibly could see a newer tag team because at the minute they're breaking up a few, which I'm finding quite weird. I don't understand why they're breaking up so many tag teams at the minute, but we'll wait and see. So for the kickoff show, we've got the Cruiserweight Champion Neville against Tazwal. I can't say his name. I'm so sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Tazwana. I think this will be a Neville win. The way they're doing it, Neville victory. Simple as that for me. It being in the kickoff show, it shows they don't really care about it, to be honest. So yeah. Next match. Enzo Amore versus Big Kaz. Now, I will give it to the both of these. The way they've built this feud has been brilliant. I'm still gutted they've brought this tag team up. I'd have liked to see these at least win the title. Be tag team champs. They had so much charisma. But then they just started making Enzo Amore look weak. And that was a problem because they started making him look weak. And then people were just falling out with it because they were making him look so weak. That's what I honestly believe. But Enzo is a great talker. Now, I still wonder if they're going to do what they did with Titus. Couldn't think of his name then. I still wonder if they're going to do the same with Enzo, what they did with Titus, is making Enzo a manager, because he is a great talker. His ring ability, I'll give it. It's not great. But on the mic, he's brilliant. And you don't want to lose that. You don't want to lose his charisma. There is a lot of great wrestlers out there that were good on the mic, poor on the ring. Hulk Hogan is an example of that. The only reason he was so over was his charisma. Now, I know there's going to probably be a lot of people that's going to disagree with me, but sorry, it was his charisma that what got Hulk Hogan over. So it's going to be Big Kaz. There's no way Enzo can beat Big Kaz. So I'm definitely going to put Big Kaz, and I think this will be the end between them feud. I'm getting sick of this match. I'm getting sick of Dean Ambrose and The Miz. It feels like they're stuck on repeat. They repeat this match over and over and over. If you repeat something over, the fans are going to get bored. It's not going to be, oh my God, I can't wait for this. It's going to be, oh my God, not these two again. On SmackDown, Miz was used brilliantly. Now he's used awfully. This whole Miz entourage, it's just like, what you doing? It's frustrating. Someone gets good on SmackDown and really, really over. They bring them onto Raw and it's like, yep, you've messed it up. But that's what we know. We know this is what happens with the WWE. They use people in the wrong way, and it's the same old thing over and over again. We should expect this now. It shouldn't be a surprise to us, but still it is. I still go, for God's sake, not again. It's frustration, it's annoyance. But even though I'm really, really have no interest in this match, I'm going to say Miz goes over. They need to find something else to do with Dean Ambrose. Stop keep putting him against the Miz all the time. We're getting fed up of it. You know, there's plenty of people. You know, I'd rather see the Miz Finn Balor. There's a good match. Keep sticking these two together. We're getting bored of it. We're getting fed up of it. You know, I'll be honest, I don't even know if I want to watch the whole match. Because I've seen it too much. You know, you can't... You know, we're oversaturated with a lot of this booking. Well, not the whole cut, but most of it. You know, the repeating. It's just like, right, okay, we get it. We lose interest. You know, if I did a repeated rivalry and there was twists and turns to it, you know, shocks and surprises, you know, the oh my god moments, it would probably make it better. But there is no shocks. There is no surprises. It's just like, right, here we go. And the thing I still don't get about splitting up the Miz and Maurice. I'm sorry, you look at other places, they've got about 2 or 3 couples in there. And I know Raw is their main brand, but I'm sorry, a lot of the time SmackDown's better. But I will give it, these last 2 weeks, Raw has been better. I can honestly say that. But I'm going to say something now, and you WWE fans might have a go at me, but I'm just going to say it as it is, because I'm unbiased and straight to the point. Slammiversary was the best pay-per-view out of any WWE's. I don't think Great Balls of Fire is going to be as good as Slammiversary, but that's what's happened with the WWE nowadays. It doesn't go to that level anymore. You know, I'm hoping that Impact keeps growing and growing and growing and catches up to the WWE, because then that is when we'll see the best out of the WWE. The reason we'll see the best out of the WWE when that happens, because if you think about to when WCW was catching up to WWE and beating the WWE went into panic mode and had to start doing things to make them different, to make them better. This is why if Impact Wrestling was knocking on WWE's door, that's when we would see big changes. Honestly believe that. I'll be honest, I'm still in shock about Dixie Carter being on the network. But then again, she's only a very small holder in Impact Wrestling at the minute, and I mean, I think she's got 5%, if that. That's because she's a stubborn old cow and won't let go. You know, but anyway, back to this. Yeah, I'm going to say the Miz. Cesaro and Sheamus take on the Hardy Boys. Right. Problem I've got with this. Again, oversaturated. But we already know the result. We already know that Sheamus is doing movies. We already know that. So knowing that, we already know that they're not going to win. There's no way Cesaro and Sheamus are going to win, and they're going to allow Sheamus to be off TV for that long while he's shooting a film. So we know this match is a Hardy's victory. WWE has spoiled it for us, where they should have let Sheamus and Cesaro lose the title and then had him written out by storyline. But because we already know that's Sheamus is going, it's like, yeah, he's losing the titles. It's going to the Hardys. Or if it doesn't go to the Hardys this week, it's going to go to someone soon. That's, you know, this is what I mean. They always shoot themselves in the foot. And it's one thing the WWE does brilliantly. But to me, it's just funny. You know, why would you announce, or why would you let it be announced that he's doing movies when you've got a big pay-per-view coming up? Or when the titles are on the line? Doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't seem like a logical decision. It's a bad business move. Because now fans are already going to know the result of that, and some fans it could be a turn-off. That's what I've said. They've shot themselves in the foot there. Honestly believe that. Like I said, this is why it gets frustrating. And this is why I get frustrated with the booking. But yeah, the Iron Man match is definitely got to be Hardy's win. Because like I said, he's going off to do movies. So, there's no one else. Or, even though he's now moving, is he going a bit later? But still, we know they're going to drop those titles. You know, that's been spoiled. And it's nice that we've already got one troll in here already. Don't you love it when a troll comes in? Oh, bless him. Is this what you wanted, Alex? You wanted a bit of attention? Oh, bless him. He probably doesn't get attention from his mum and dad, so that's why they put stupid comments in just to try and get a bit of attention, because no one else gives them to him. Bless the little trolls. There you go, Alex. I said your name for you. Now you got a bit of attention to yourself. Anyway, moving on. I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, basement trolls are hilarious. You know, sit in the basement and go, I'm going to troll. I got no friends. Players don't love me, so I'll sit at the computer and troll. Idiots. Anyway, Seth Rollins Bray Wyatt match. Now, I like this match. The reason I like this match is the way they have built Seth Rollins up in this, and the promos that Bray Wyatt has given. It makes you think, is he going to turn heel? Is something going to happen? Well, you know, it's got, you can't predict it. You can't predict what's going to happen here. And that's made me look forward to it, because I don't know what's going to happen. We still don't know what Bray was talking about. And it's one thing that WWE have done really, really well with this. Especially with the way it's built up. They have misused Bray Wyatt a lot. You know, the whole Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt thing was so bad. So bad. But here's an interesting fact for you. Randy Orton's never had a 5-star match. Says it all. I just think them two having a match was just bad, and then when they did the stupid stuff, it was just like, what are you doing? Really, what the hell are you doing? It was poor all over. But this seems to be done right. As long as it's not going to go stupid and things are going to start appearing in the ring and go down the ridiculous route, if they keep this as serious, give us a few shocks and surprises to it, it could be one of the best matches on the card. That's what I honestly believe. That could be one of the matches on the card if used correctly. You know, we know things are not normally used correctly, but we can have hope. You know, I still have hope that WWE can be a lot better than what it is. I agree with you, Raymond. Bray has been getting the short end of the stick. You're completely right. And he has been very mismanaged and misused. You know, he's a cult leader and they've just gone into so many different angles with him. We do not know what way we're looking. You know, but you've got to give it to Bray. He plays that gimmick, that character brilliantly. You know, it's one thing he's done. He's played that character. Whatever the writers have thrown at him, whatever he's been told to do, he's gone beyond and beyond with this. And I've been really, really, really impressed. It's like I said, I can't fault Bray Wyatt in any way. Which is rare. But I like Rollins. But I think it's going to be Bray getting into Rollins' head. And Bray manages to get the win here. I think they're keeping the main title away from Rollins for a little bit. And I think they should. You know, I'll be honest. You know, I want to see Finn Balor go for it. And things like this. Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks. Now, I'm not sold on the women's division. And I've said this before. It's one thing that really bugs the crap out of me when people turn around and say it's a women's revolution. I'm sorry. The women's revolution happened a long time ago in 2004 in Impact Wrestling. And because of Impact Wrestling doing so well, the WWE panicked and improved on theirs. But anyway, I don't think Raw's got a great women's division. Nia Jax misused. Brooks misused. Bayley misused. Everybody's misused, to be honest, even Sasha Banks. But Alexa Bliss, I like the way she's been used on SmackDown, so I'm just hoping they continue with that on Raw. I want to say Sasha Banks for the win. I think that's the way it's going to go. I do think there'll be a Sasha Banks and Bayley feud. I can see that happening down later in the line. Especially with the way everything's done. I think that's the way it's going to go. Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. Now, I said this earlier in the show. That the Roman Reigns needs to be heel. And here they've got perfect opportunity to make Roman Reigns heel. And they need to do it. Roman Reigns heel would be better for the WWE. You know, you can't have him keep coming down the ring, trying to be the good guy, and booed all the time. Every single show, booed. If a fan is booing a person, how can a wrestler be a face? You know, and the pathetic promo with, I'm not a good guy, I'm not a bad guy, I'm the guy. What? Just, what? Like I said, he should just cut the promo, go in, this is my yard, and I don't care what all of you think. Boom. Heel. Straight away. And then repackage him with being a heel. Because in NXT, he was brilliant. So, and he played a heel in NXT. So, we know he's a really good heel. And I think that's the way the WWE need to go with this. They need to go and make him heel. So, I'm going to say Braun Strowman for the win. I agree. I do think Vince is too stubborn to flip Reigns, but I'm sorry, but it needs to happen. You can't keep Reigns as this good guy because it's not working. It's a failed gimmick. You know, badly failed gimmick. You know, so your better move is to flip him heel. It really is. But this Roman Reigns Braun Strowman, I think it's going to be a really good match. You know, there's only certain matches too I'm looking forward to on the card. I'm kind of looking forward to Enzo Amore versus Big Cass. It's not my best, but you know, Seth Rollins, Bray Wyatt, Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman in the main event, and the 3 matches I'm looking forward to. The rest I'm not really that interested in. But yeah, I think it's going to be Braun Strowman gets the win, and I think it would work better if they went that way, because if the way they could use this, and I know it's a bit of fantasy thinking like this, but I'm just think it'd be the best way to do it is Roman Reigns heel. To do this with Braun Strowman is you have Braun Strowman destroy Roman Reigns, absolutely destroys him, and then after that, you have Reigns come back a few weeks later on Raw. You have him beat up. He gets the mic, slow of breath, going, "This is my yard. No one, including Braun Strowman, can stop me." The fans boo. Keep booing me. I don't care. You all know this is my yard. Boom. Simple as that. They don't need to go over the top with it, but that's the way they should go. I know some people are saying here that they wish Cena would be heel and stuff like that. It's too late. You know, the best heel for Cena was when he was Thug Life. And then when they tell him the kid-friendly thing, it was just like, oh, God, what's this crap? It's too late for Cena. But anyway, back. Let's go to the main event. Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe. I had to do the Heyman thing. I just had to. It's hard to predict this because I don't want Brock Lesnar holding the title, I think. And I kind of agree with Punk on this, where it should be someone there that's there regularly, day in, day and night, should hold the title. Brock Lesnar is what I class as a part-timer, and part-timers shouldn't hold the title. It's one thing I've said for a long time, a part-timer should never hold a title. So Brock should not be holding this title. I believe giving it to Samoa Joe is the right choice. Because think of this. Samoa Joe wins, keeps the title till I forgot the big Slammiverse. No, it's not Slammiverse. Is it SummerSlam? Yeah, till SummerSlam. Samoa Joe stays champion. AJ becomes SmackDown champion. AJ versus Joe. SummerSlam. Just think how good of a match them two could put on for SummerSlam. You know, Joe and AJ haven't had a match in the WWE. To me, it makes sense. But I really like the way Joe's being used. He's probably one of the former Impact guys that's actually been used correctly. I know people love AJ Styles. I still don't think AJ Styles has been used at the best. Which I've explained before, where I think he's faced the same opponent too many times. It feels like they're keeping him down a little bit. Yes, he's had a title, but it doesn't feel like the real AJ. But I want Samoa Joe to win this. Quick thing I am going to talk about. Dixie Carter. Dixie Carter being on Kurt Angle's documentary on WWE 24. I understand it. I get it. I don't know why people are so shocked, because let's be honest now, she's hasn't got much left to do with Impact Wrestling. She's only a very, 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 very small ownership, which I think is something like 5%. She's not allowed in the ballroom. You know, they're very, we'll pay you for your ownership. That's it. Go away. So seeing her in the WWE is not surprising. We could possibly see more of Dixie Carter. I do think Daniel Bryan will be leaving the WWE after his contract. The reason I believe that, because I don't think he's happy. I don't think he's happy at all not being able to wrestle. You know, I do see him leaving. You know. And another thing, Dixie Carter has associated with the WWE in the past. Someone's just reminded me of that, where they let Flair go over to the WWE to do a few bits, and the WWE let Christian Cage do the introduction to, was it Hall of Fame or something like that Christian Cage did. So, that I can see Daniel Bryan leaving, and I'll possibly go to Ring of Honor and New Japan, or you never know. I can hope to see him at GFW, but doubt it. I think his loyalties were Ring of Honor, but Aries, yes, will end up in TNA because I call it TNA, sorry, because you know TNA did right by him. You know they used him well. He's in a bad relationship with Ring of Honor, so yeah, that is possibly what's going to happen after the 30 days. But yeah. People have said that Daniel Bryan against Kurt Angle, loser leaves. I can't really see that happening. I can't really see them allowing Angle to wrestle because of his other injuries. I can't see them letting Daniel Bryan wrestle. I think it's more of a way Daniel Bryan leaves. After Daniel Bryan leaves, Shane McMahon announces Dixie Carter. Because in the WWE eyes, they've got to think, holy crap, Dixie Carter's managing SmackDown. It will cause shockwaves. And that's what they need to do. Cause shockwaves. I honestly see it happening that way. But like I said, we'll have to wait and see. It's only, you know, for Kurt Angle that they're doing this thing for. And yes, Austin Aries is a great worker and has done some brilliant promos. So I'm really hoping he comes back to GFW Impact, because that's what they're called now, GFW Impact. But I would even say to WWE fans, if you haven't seen Slammiversary, go and watch it. Go and watch Drago in the tag team match. Just wow. See, that's a good point, Raymond. You know, we've seen Eric Bischoff become GM of Raw in the past. Why can't we see Dixie managing SmackDown? You know, she's got no loyalties to anybody. Yes, she was a big part of Impact Wrestling, but she, like Corgan said, she's a sociopath, so she'll jump anywhere. Because that's what she does. But, quick rundown on my prediction are Neville, Big Kaz, The Miz, Hardys, Bray Wyatt, I'm going to say Bray Wyatt, Sasha Banks, Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe. Those are my prediction for Great Balls of Fire. Normally I get them most right, but not all the time. But we will be back tomorrow at 3:30 PM GMT with GFW review. And at 9 PM we'll be back with the Great Balls of Fire review. So I want to say big thank you for everybody watching, everybody commenting. Don't forget to follow us at Slamdown Live. So I forgot Twitter then, yeah, at Slamdown Live. So big thank you to everybody, and I'll see you again tomorrow.